The curtain has fallen on Jill Roord's City career, with the classy midfielder joining FC20, subject to international clearance. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. The Netherlands international joined the club in the summer of 2023 shortly after featuring in the Champions League final with VfL Wolfsburg and settled quickly in Manchester. She then suffered a serious anterior cruciate ligament injury in January 2024, but returned to action ahead of schedule thanks to her meticulous and relentless hard work with our medical staff. Roord leaves City with our very best wishes. Learn more about some of the numbers behind her spell in sky blue below. Roord immediately stamped her authority in our midfield engine room by scoring on her competitive debut for City in a 2-0 Barclays Women's Super League win over West Ham. In what was our opening league game of 2023-24, the Netherlands international doubled our lead after Lauren Hemp had broken the deadlock in the capital. After collecting the ball on the edge of the area, she drove into the box and opened up her body to coolly curl into the bottom corner, which all but sealed 3 points. The Roord strike against West Ham was the first of 14 in all competitions for City and, despite her ACL injury, she boasts one of the best goal-per-game ratios of any midfielder over the club's professional history. She averaged 0.29 goals per match, which is the same number as Izzy Christiansen and bettered only by Caroline Weir, 0.3, Vicky Losada, 0.31, Georgia Stanway, 0.36, and Sam Mewis, 0.5. What's more, her 11 WSL goals also means she ranks third among her City teammates who have played 10 or more games over the last 2 campaigns. Across Roord's 30 WSL appearances for City, she maintained a staggering pass completion rate of 89.6%, the third highest among her club colleagues. In total, she completed 1125 passes in the top flight while creating 38 chances for her teammates, averaging 1.2 per WSL outing. At the end of her time in Manchester, she registered 6 assists in all competitions. Not only did she flourish in attacking areas, Roord also showcased her ability to break up play and thwart opposition attacks during her time at the Joie Stadium. Across her WSL appearances, she totaled 46 tackles, which is an average of 1.5 per game. What's more, she also tallied 11 interceptions and 97 duels won in the top flight when operating for the Blues. The curtain has fallen. Jill Roord City farewell and her 20 return. The curtain has fallen on Jill Roord's Manchester City career. Not with a dramatic final act or a slow, spotlighted walk off the pitch. There was no standing ovation from a crowd that knew this was goodbye. No teary press conference. Just a subtle shift, a change in registration, a new club badge waiting in Enschede, and the elegant midfielder quietly leaving one stage and stepping onto another. But that's the thing about Jill Roord. She has never needed drama to make an impact. Act 1. The arrival in sky blue. When Roord arrived at Manchester City in the summer of 2023, there was a certain weight to her presence. She wasn't a flamboyant signing splashed across tabloids. She was something better, an experienced, tactical, and graceful player who brought both pedigree and poise. Coming off strong seasons with VfL Wolfsburg and Arsenal, Roord was expected to be a metronome in the City midfield, the kind of player whose influence was subtle but essential. She fit in quickly, like she always does. Her intelligence on the pitch, that sixth sense for where to be and when to press, when to pause, when to push forward, City fans learned to trust her instinctively. She didn't demand attention, she commanded respect. But football is cruel in its tempo. Injuries bite. Systems shift. Opportunities change. In January 2024, a knee injury saw Roord sidelined for much of the year. In her absence, new stars emerged, formations adapted, and her role became less defined. She became the kind of player coaches love but don't always start. The kind fans admire, but don't chant for as often. Even so, she never complained. She never sulked. She trained hard, supported teammates, and led in silence. She was the first to high-five after goals, the last to leave the training ground. Always a professional. Always elegant. Act 2, Echoes from Home. Somewhere between her third recovery session and another physiotherapy appointment in Manchester, Roord would occasionally scroll through old photos on her phone. Grainy snapshots of her 17-year-old self in a red and white FC20 jersey. The first club. The first fans. The first time her name echoed through a stadium speaker as a goal scorer. She'd left 20 in 2017 with her sights on Europe. Bayern Munich, Arsenal, Wolfsburg, and then Manchester City. Each step had brought a new test, a new role, and more silverware. She'd played in Champions League finals. She'd scored for the Netherlands on the world stage. She'd become a name spoken with reverence across the continent. But somehow, 20 never stopped calling her back. Not in words, but in memories. The feel of the home locker room. The way the wind came in cold off the River Isle. The supporters who remembered her first goal like it was yesterday. So when the call did come, from the club, not just her memories, it wasn't a question of why.